This is going to be a beginner's guide to Rolento. I'm going to go over his specials and normals and some good ways to use him. His charge move is quarter circle forward plus punch, which is also his Patriot circle. If you hold it till he flashes, you get a free EX, which has pretty good invincibility. If you hold it till it goes off by itself, then you get a free super. But overall, it's not very useful for Rolento like it is some other characters. His anti-airs, his medium punch is one of the best anti-airs in the entire game. You have to time it a little bit later than you might think, but it is extremely good for mid and far range. From really far range, his hard punch is pretty good. It might trade with some things, but overall it's pretty solid too. But the main one you're going to be using the most majority of the time is going to be a medium punch. His air to airs, his jumping light punch is amazing just because it moves his hurt box back so far that it's very difficult for him to trade. He usually just wins out clean. His jumping hard punch is very good, especially jump back hard punch. For jump ins, he has an amazing jumping medium kick for cross up. Sometimes you don't even know which side you're going to land on. Jumping hard kick is a good fake cross up if it's timed a little late. And his jumping hard punch is a good jump in. Has a pretty good hitbox on it. For pokes, he has a lot of good pokes. He has a great light punch that has excellent frame advantage. Decent range for a light punch, but overall you're going to be using this for frame traps. Crouching light punch is good too for the same reasons. I think standing light punch is slightly better. Crouching medium kick is very good, has pretty good range and decent startup. It's similar to like a Shoto crouching medium kick, and it's also special cancelable just like a light punch and crouching light punch. His hard punch has amazing range. It will reach from damn near 3/4 screen, as I'll show here in a second. It will catch their toes. The Brady Games guide will tell you that hard kick is also a decent poke. Personally, I don't like it that much. I think hard punch is better overall, even though it has a couple frames extra startup. And you can also use his crouching hard kick, which is his slide. You don't want to be silly and throw it out mid-range or close range though, because you'll get punished. It's similar to Hawkeye's slide and Marvel. But it's great for punishing from long range if they do something stupid. Command normals, he has Trick Rod, which is forward and medium kick. This will go over lows, but it doesn't really last very long, and you have to be careful because if they don't do a low and they hit you, they get a free counter hit. In the air, if you press down and medium kick during your jump, you get Spike Rod, which kind of bounces you up. You can use this to create mix-ups from left to right with your jumping medium kick, or a fake cross-up with your hard kick. It changes your jump arc and lets you kind of come at the opponent from different angles. You can also bait out short using some flowchart hints. After a knockdown, jump to the opposite side of the opponent and then do a spike rod and then bounce back to the original side of the opponent for a very, very tricky cross up and use hard punch after that in the air. He also has trick landing, which you see here. It's very strict timing. You have to hit all kicks right when he's about to hit the ground, and it's a little bit faster than the other hops. On to his specials, he has Stinger. Press Shoryuken plus kick to get the initial jump. The strength of your kick determines how high he jumps, and then the strength of the punch determines how far the Kumai goes. Overall, it's not very useful. The VX gets you a knockdown, but the reason it's not useful is because it can be beat out just by a normal attack, as you can see here. It loses to any normal attack during attack frames. It loses to any projectile. Nikon Delta attack, you won't use it a whole lot unless somebody's getting really fireball happy, but you press all 3 punches to do a little backflip, and then if you press a punch afterwards you get follow-up. The strength of the punch determines how far your follow-up goes up to the opponent. You can use the light one to kind of get up close and then bait out, or you can use the X-Kick with fireballs. Quarter circle back plus punch is your air raid. Initially you just get the rollback, and then if you want to follow up with an attack, you just hit punch again. You have a light punch follow up and a heavy punch. And the heavy punch is the best one. You can link it into standing jab after you get used to the timing. The most useful maneuver is quarter circle back plus kick, which is Delta Escape. This throws you all the way back to the wall, and then you can press left or right to determine whether you come back to the opponent or not. As I'm showing here, you can also use your trick rod to determine how far you want to go. You can change your jump arc. You can bounce over and cross them up. You can make it look like you're going to cross them up. It depends on how far Rolento goes back to the wall. Determines how far he also goes forward. His EX Delta is completely invincible when it first starts up. As you can see there, it completely avoids that Shoryuken. Patriot Circle is his most useful special. and you can use it for pressure. It connects very easily off of basically any of your pokes. If you're connecting from a light punch or a crouching light punch, you're going to want to start with light punch Patriot Circle for your first Rekka, basically very similar to Phalanx and Street Fighter 4. If you do one, you're usually safe. I think it's only like -1 on block. The problem is if you follow up with another one, another Patriot Circle, it's going to be -4 on block, and then if you go all the way to the third, it's like -9, so it's very punishable. So really you just want to start off with one to kind of get confirmed, and then go into the other ones. It's generally better for combos if you use medium punch Patriot Circle, and that is because it gives you the most juggle potential afterwards. So even if you start with a light punch Patriot Circle, end with mediums. EX Patriot Circle has good invincibility and juggle. The super is Patriot Sweeper. Honestly, once you get good at Rolento's combos, there's no need to use his super because he has decent 400 damage combos, so you don't really need a super. He's better meter builder. I think he's a great starter character. He has excellent footsies. He has great pressure with his Patriot Circle. Great mobility with all his different delta attacks, and he has an awesome jumping medium kick. It's great to mix ups when you mix that in with your rod bounces. So I think he's best used as a starter character to build tons of meter for a secondary character. As far as gem advice goes, I like to use strength gems with him, especially those that activate after the opponent blocks so many attacks. The reason for that is when you're using your Patriot Circle pressure, each little spin from that Patriot Circle counts as a hit towards the activation. And it also gives him a lot more damage on his B&Bs. If you have a really meter-hungry secondary character, you can use meter gems also. And that wraps it up for Rolento. I also have a Rolento combo video on my channel that goes through basics and advanced. Thanks for watching.